Expo is basically Next.js for React Native.
So for folks just joining in who may have not used Expo, can you give us a quick kind of thing, like what does it solve and why folks should use it?
Okay, well, let's start with React Native. So obviously we know React, which is the web framework from Meta that we all know and love. So React Native is allowing you to use the same kind of component-based API, but to build native mobile applications. So how React Native is different from something like Flutter is, so Flutter is rendering on Skier, so it's kind of not native. So it's hooking into like native APIs and stuff, but it's like not rendering native components. Whereas with React Native, like you are rendering like native libraries, native components. So what we keep saying is that React Native apps are native apps. Imagine you're creating a new React app. If you've been a React developer for a while, you might have used Create React App at some point. But these days, I think you're more likely to use something like Next. But what you are not likely to do is create a new directory and then install React and then install Webpack and then try to figure out how bundling works and then try to figure out all this server-side stuff. You're not going to do that. You're going to use a framework like Next.js. And then Expo is basically Next.js for React Native. So React Native itself is like this toolkit of like APIs and a bunch of things that come with React Native, but it doesn't like build the framework for actually building an app. So for example, React Native doesn't come with a navigation system. So when you open an app, you have like bottom tabs and you can navigate between them. So if you just use React Native on its own, it doesn't have that built in. So even for something as simple as that, you would need a framework or a separate library. And Expo is basically a collection of libraries, utilities, bundlers, like a whole ecosystem of things that makes building React Native apps like really pleasant and way easier than if you were just doing it the hard way.